Everyone, get in. It's been so long. I haven't even been able to. I love you guys. Hi, I don't even know what day it is. What is it? June 11th, maybe? I don't fucking know, guys. So I'm really sorry for. I was gone for a week on the archive on YouTube. This never happened before in my entire YouTube career, but I was unfortunately I got a strike from YouTube. And I got banned for a week from publishing, so that sucked. Mind you guys know how much crazy shit I say like on my community tab all the time. The time that they actually like removed my page happened to be the time that the post that I said was like a rant about how much I appreciate people who have preference for black women, because no one ever prefers black women. So that's the one that actually got me muted. So just letting you know, YouTube is anti-black. Okay, anyways, now carry on. So we're back. I'll try to be more respectful at this point, but yeah, there's no reason for me saying that I love black women and I die about it for that to get whatever. So I just wanted to come on and just kind of do a little energetic check-in, because I think it's been a while. I think May was crazy, June is crazy. I mean, 2026, I already told you girls, regular summer might be better, maybe. I don't know. You girls do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, I'm just gonna check in. I love you guys so much. I've got a lot of pre-energy. I have a lot of the 2 suits coming out. I've been having a lot of tower energy come out. So I'll just channel for you girls and see what the Most High has. Thank you, God, again, for allowing me to just honestly hold every listener with such care, delicacy, and attention and intention, and just like letting you guys know that I know that you're entering this space probably from all echelons of experience. And I always just want to be really, really sensitive to the fact that like I have a first person perspective. I also have my role as a spiritual practitioner, and all of those things are in conversation. But most importantly, like this video that you're clicking, you came here for it to serve you. And I always do that every time with a rapport of trust, so that you know that there isn't anything that you're getting here that is, you know what I mean, gonna leave you in a worse condition by the time you click off. So I'm just really grateful, and I hope that this message, truly I pray in my spirit that it brings you exactly whatever it is that you came here looking for. Okay. Thank you, spirits. Let's see. What's our opening energy? Okay. Oh my God, that's like unexpected. That's like so funny, because like I genuinely just did not expect this. So our first whole situation, like the whole So anyways, the first card out, I'll tell you everybody get some water. It's like today everything is like fucking with me, and I don't have a place to be. People aren't really like compromising and helpful. People don't really respect that I have to do this for a job and I have to be by myself and I have to not be interrupted, but whatever. Beaters. Okay. So first card out. Oh my God, guys, 10 of Cups. So our initial beautiful, I mean, this is exactly what I've been feeling, like right now in life. This just really beautiful pulse on like the truest, like deepest depth of love. I also just feel like, I just can't look away from the fact that there's something so unique and almost like a celebration about the arrival that I don't feel like this has ever happened before. These are souls that already know that we incarnate to do the thing we have to do together. And this is like that awareness where it's like both ends of the spectrum, when they come the conscious side, have to do the work to awaken and remember what's going on. And I just feel like today there is if you are wondering if the things that are meant for you, all the components of your like life are fully aware, because I think this is somewhere that I have been majority of my life, right? When you come from the lineage and you're working in the realm of prophecy, there's always the buffer time between that which is spoken and then the awareness and the consciousness that is what has prevailed. And I feel like this is so big, because there's something about this closeness, this eye contact, this connectivity between these individuals here that says, finally, and not even finally from an exacerbated, like we understood that the point was that you're gonna have to remember, and there's not really anything to be mad at. Like there's just a bunch of shit you do until you remember why you're really actually on this earth and what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like what I want to say for all of us collectively is like, it could come in through a negative polarity. Like it could be, because remember I was telling you I was getting the two suits, which is a lot of the working on the eternal aspect, right? When I say the twos, I mean the two suit in the minor arcana. So like 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands, right? And so a lot of that talks about like dealing with like eternal matter, and that sort of dance, as above, so below, right? And so I was seeing a lot of that mixed with tower energy. And I think the reason that towers could be falling, even though our current real disposition is that everybody that's a part of the group project actually remembers that they're in the group project and they're supposed to be doing it. There's like, because it's almost like, now I'm here, no child left behind. Like everybody, like, I think there's also a big conversation of like, I kind of want to say like the masculine frequency here is just like the part of the like really being intense and really being like so gung-ho and so sad, because I think this love has been fortified by the fact, I literally heard the masculine being like, and the love is even deeper because you definitely you were being asked to leave my dumb ass behind, because it's just a me thing that wasn't, because again, it's everyone's personal responsibility, no matter the covenant, to do your part of it, which is the remembering, the enacting and the embodying, right? And the fighting to defend and protect it, right? And if all of that wasn't happening in this sort of coveted soulmate partnership sort of journey that you've been on in your life, it would have had to have been because an aspect of it wasn't there. Like through the remembering journey, the two components were not on the same page. And it just feels like in each of these cups, it's just been like, I feel like there's something about the feminine that has turned every single one of the initiations into something really loving and positive, because this is a masculine who's like, oh my God, this is like so much information flooding in. So it's like, basically, I'm going to channel you exactly what it is. The masculine wakes up, has an ascension. It's like, holy fuck. They're very aware that they created all of this stuff, these bugs essentially, when they were asleep, right? So in the partnership, it's like a long though connection. It's like, oh shit. When I was asleep, I was a kind of a problem and I was doing a lot of shit. And I think this masculine, obviously, because there's a separation frequency here, because this is about unification. Like that's what I'm talking about. Today is that moment of like, even this is at the etheric emotional level. So this is at the intuitive emotional level. You are aware, like everybody is on board now about what would have prevented us from remembering exactly what we were supposed to do and why we were supposed to do it and when, where. And so you're just doing a lot of auditing right now, because maybe remembering the plan meant that you fucked everything up until now. You probably missed a lot of things. It could be a lot of different places that people are being spit out at. But from what I'm understanding, it's like this energy represented here, this is genders, but the masculine frequency at this time is really looking at the divine feminine with this level of devotion. A level of devotion, because they are really on their George W. They really understand, like, you weren't just operating, because again, there's also an equality here that's like, you didn't know just like I didn't know. Like there's evidence now that it's like, you also had to come here and realize that, like, it's not like one person was born knowing I'm about to be. So both people have the very human experience, right? Or both parties had the very human experience where it's like, we both got tapped and got told to listen to God about what I'm about to bring you to, or what I'm about to show you about your life and what's happening, and right? And so there's just so much respect, admiration, and love. And there's also just like, whatever wasn't communicated as 10 and 2 is it's like 10 and 2. Like, it's like, I'm so on your ass like back pockets. I'm so in your face with it. I'm so not even playing around, because again, and this is God's promise, no matter how difficult the journey may be, getting to the things that you know truly in your spirit God has said are for you to have in your life. This is just the true reality of like, true love will find you in the end. Yes. Yes, Diva. What's at the... Whoa. I also feel like I just want to tell you, you want to know who's up? The Sigma women are up this summer. Anyways, I just want to let that be known. But there's something to be said about how, for the masculine and feminine divine partnerships that are experiencing this right now, here's the scenario. The divine masculine, actually, in the end, the way God rectifies the shit pinata of how y'all have been trying to... In the end, the divine masculine, the thing that brings this shit right back into union is actually all the things that got the divine feminine ostracized along the courting journey in the beginning. So basically having strong boundaries, doing everything, and including your part yourself, staying deeply connected to God, having a service to provide. This is a masculine who is like, I'm actually super attracted to, because remember what it used to be? The masculine would be attracted to feminine energies that would be unchallenging, right? The easier thing to do is to not have someone that would evolve your soul, right? Especially if we get to places that are comfortable, right? Where maybe you have resources, amenities, things like that, free will types of shit. So you don't really need too many, like your partnership doesn't need to breathe on your neck, right? And so, but that's patriarchal, right? Because that means that women aren't human beings. They're something that you've categorized as property of men. Because if you can't be talking about a woman as a human, because the way you think of yourself, you would never suck anybody's toes and dick the way you expect women to, right? And so that's what's happening here is like the new wave. So there's a lot of destruction. It's not like a positive message for everybody. I'm holding space. I am reading for a timeline that, like I said, the holy cow is just reading more for where my team and my guys are at. The rest of you bum bitches, go to hell. You know, excuse me. I'm like sitting in the car. No, you see, because I hate the air conditioning actually in the summer. I don't know what it is. I'm a sun guy. So I'm going to give you natural sweaty sexiness. But anyways, this is also this huge era. So for any feminine frequency, the feminine within all of us, if your feminine is in the 9 of Pentacles right now, you have no idea. In fact, I'm saying this, and I'm saying this even for my own self, because I channel a lot of times, and this is for me. But you really don't have any idea how this independent journey, it's funny because you were forced to go on an independence journey, even though you already knew you're supposed to be in a union journey, right? You knew you were supposed to be ascending in partnership. That's not everybody, but this energy that I'm reading for knew they were supposed to be ascending in partnership. And here you are standing alone, not having that happen for whatever the reasons are. But in the end, the thing that brings the union to the partnership is actually the fact that God has had the way in the masculine to where now they completely understand what's like. I think so. For example, when I was going on that tangent about how men really wanted an uncomplicated feminine, right? I really would. A lot of times in the patriarchy, it was like the soulmate that challenged the man is not on the table. It's not the cup of tea. The bitch that's gonna shut the fuck up, doesn't really have a brain, whatever, can just kind of go with the flow. That's easier because people really weren't ready for union life. There are partnerships you can commit to when you really don't want to be in union within. And they will reflect that because you guys never actually merge your worlds. It's two separate worlds, or one complementing or being dependent on the other. So this is so beautiful because I also want to say there are a class of extremely high vibrational divine feminines that do not want love if it's not this. Word to Miss Katrina motherfucking Parisha, okay? If it's not like the movies, that's how it should be. Cinematic and dramatic. And the perfect ending. Yes, you want to know who the fuck raised me up? You can ask me. But yeah, because this is a divine feminine also lovingly putting up boundaries to a divine masculine who they've already established. I know you're me, you know, and I already know. But I think this divine masculine is just so happy that they have a genuine genius of a divine feminine. Because she actually did something unspoken. She didn't even tell anybody this was her play. She was like, I love my masculine so much. I know that he's the best thing in the world when he's actually his best self. And that actually doesn't even have anything to do with me or what he chooses to give his love to, right? I'm using he as in like, we're just as a gendered way of separating the fact that I'm not talking about the same energetic signature, right? So I'm talking about the masculine, right? So when we're referencing how this divine feminine frequency that I'm reading for was thinking of their masculine, they were like, this is going to suck. Perhaps a lot of the offers, because I think what I'm seeing is like, this is a masculine who's like, I've been trying to the best of their ability to maybe make things that you could have been interested in co-creating with. And I'm just seeing it's been a lot of nope. And yet it wasn't a no as a rejection. It would be a rejection on how we start the story or how we decide on what the story's gonna be or like who's included in it. But I think the masculine is so grateful because I think it's been a long journey, but it was really hard a lot of times to hear or have a bunch of mini towers fall every time you thought, I'm giving my best to you, bitch. I'm trying to court you. I'm trying to do whatever. And I feel like every time it's just like no motion until finally, I think the divine feminine makes their final, most independent, cuntiest, I'm just getting there. It's just the most solidification of a divine feminine who does not give a fuck, who's already solidified what their brand is going to be, and that actually, the brand of their spirit, the lifestyle that they truly, because this is a divine feminine that is so defined in herself, and she did it out of reverence for God and her soulmate. She did it because she's like, if I come forward first, saying exactly who I am, without regarding your gaze for me, without regarding our union at all, if I define myself as a strong, independent feminine who serves God and has loyalty to God alone first as who I am, that will be a better foundation for how intense we feel about one another. Because these two don't want nobody, it's already out, right? But they don't want nobody putting their shit in a box every day, all day, everywhere you're going. And this is why things have to be done this way. For example, you guys can see this in my marriage. What I do for Dennis, his reputation is incredible, but it has everything to do about the timing of when I, as a woman, decided to define myself because you guys see my life has been taken over by marriage. My partnership, yes. There is no Alexis without Dennis in the contemporary now. It hasn't been for almost a decade, right? And that's a huge switch. But before that, so that I don't look like some Nara Smith fucking trad wife, everyone knew Alexis was never trying to just be laid up under some man. In fact, she could give less of a shit about a man. She practically the only lesbian left on the planet. She could give so little shits about a man. She will literally go to school to be as far away from men for 7 years in solitary confinement. So all of that really helps, because when I do choose Dennis, everyone knows I choose it. Everyone knows she's not in some fucking low vibrational, she thinks she want to be married. I'm not some bitch that's gonna be like, I thought I loved him and then we had kids and it changed. No, that's never gonna happen for me. So this is that story where a divine masculine has so much overwhelming love because he finally realized that the fucking divine feminine is a genius. Because the patriarchy did exist. There are uneven systems that people are still allowing themselves to be governed by from within. They've already collapsed, but if you still uphold the matrix within and serve it within, that's the reason why it's still here on the planet. And so I don't think and I think this is also something that the masculine would really apologize for, because their control issues with how this was going to play out really affected them from understanding that an empowered woman can actually having an empowered woman in your orbit at all, talk about bees on the fucking table. Think about this. You guys manifest bees on the table with bitches and boppers. What do you think the fucking denomination? They're going to have to make up another number bigger than billion, bigger than trillion. Because when divine unions, that's why me and Dennis there's no price on our shit. There couldn't be. I was making bands with busters. So when I G'd my shit up, how much abundance do you really think we're about to be commanding on this earth plane? It's unlimited is where we're going. The unlimited data plan is where we're going. You get me? How we 17 minutes in? 17:30, yay. Hey. Right? And Fetty, you need to go ahead and drop that one, brother. Alright, you go ahead and drop it, brother. You already know these bitches ain't piping up. Drop it for me. Fuck them. I'll run it back 2 million times. Fucking drop it, brother. Okay, anyways. Okay. So, that is just so beautiful, though. I think, and that's something you couldn't see. That's just the value of the divine feminine that's for you in the end, doing all this work to keep you cleaned out. That's just so beautiful. These cups aren't dirty because she chose to fucking get solid for real. And that's the other thing. Soft women are out. Sorry. You soft bitches are out. Actually, these buff niggas are in. These buff bitches, yeah, them studs are in. Studs are up. Yeah, dykes are up. Lesbians are up. Buff bitches are up. Weak, frail, infantilizing bitches are in hell with the patriarchal slave masters that they want. They can have those guys. But I'm seeing a whole class of masculines that are ready to tell the truth, that an empowered, they're going to be doing all the work too. I hate to tell you girls, because for you girls that aren't girls, which is crazy. Because what kind of girl are you then? Whose girl you probably belong to that pimp. Yeah, that's who you belong to. Because you don't want to be with the girls. That's crazy. But anyways, I'm just telling you, I really hate this for you soft girls who want to be, you wake up every day and the fucking whole point of being alive is to make sure that you're the apple of some nigga's eye that you'll never meet. For you girls, those niggas that you want to be the apple of their eye, those niggas are about to make a beeline. There's a new investment in town. And they're about to tell everybody, you still with bird brain bitches? Yo, bitch can't read and write? You ever got a bitch with a master's degree before? You ever dated a fucking neurosurgeon? Dude, dude, I started talking to this rocket scientist. That's what's going on in the ether right now. Because there are women who knew and they suffered and they fought, but they still stood up. The best Ann Richards quote that you will ever find. She said, Ginger Rogers could do everything that Fred Astaire did, but she could do it backwards and in high heels. Baby, if that ain't ever what you, that's what's going on right here. That's what's going on right here. Because for divine masculine, I think the new wave is like, in divine unions, it's like, that feminine, that nucleus, that nebula, yeah, she equal to her nigga. But the thing is, she can do exactly what he can do, but she's bad as fuck and in high heels and could do it upside down on her ass. That's the thing right now, is I think the masculine is like, you are my exact mirror because everything I do, you do upside down, backwards, and in high heels. It's crazy, girl. I'm in love. That's amazing. That's exactly what's happening for the collective that is in union right now. A lot of bitches are in hell, but again, for the union, that's where we're at as of June 11th, which is amazing. Let's see. I saw some Eight of Wands. There's a lot of communication coming. Oh my God, this is like the most romantic shit I've ever fucking heard of. Why did I hear God say John Cusack? What the fuck? Are we fucking, is that what I'm thinking? John Cusack is the fucking Breakfast Club? I don't even know what God's talking about right now. I don't even know what God's talking about right now with all that. But this is, I'm sorry. Fucking Four of Wands crossing the Ten of Cups. Okay. I also want to say there are a lot of unions because you were technically in union and separation, meaning like you were working on it. Like you were aware we're in separation. You were aware that the separation got us separated and doing individual things because we have to pay attention to those things. So no matter how much you want to be locked in, like you got to get through the shit that's in the way. But holy shit. I do really want to say though that like, there's not going to really be a taboo because some of these unions, it's almost going to be like the first time you meet or the first time, like, it's like, or the first time the connection starts, it's way deeper. And I think that's just the vibe, is that it's not, and not this like, not this hetero capitalist agenda of like, I want to marry you today. But instead, when you're courting someone, you're not even talking about, I want to crack your back. You're not courting this. This is not a masculine or feminine that's going up to the other that's like, dude, this isn't date talk. This isn't, I want to keep you in my life for a second. This is me. This is coming into union and already being aware that like you are a lifetime commitment. That's it. If there is anything in my life that's lifetime, it's you. And I feel like when you start a rapport with that relation, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that we do something like go get married. It means I think both people wanted this too. I think that's why there's also kind of that idea where I was saying it's like, let's hold back because I don't want your proposal to be the worst one ever because I don't want to have bad memories of it. But the other one's also like, why don't we wait as well? Because it's like, I really want to come in way more intense. I feel like the masculine really didn't even want to like, because I don't even know how to, it's like you're feeling 10 of Cups feelings, right? Divine feelings. You're not feeling the stuff that they train you for in these hetero streets, this light shit. Like, oh, shorty liked, these IG, I don't even know. You're just not talking about any of the same things when you're talking about a divine union at all. There's just not any comparison because you're not looking for anything of the flesh. And this is someone who's like, I've been wanting to tell you, I didn't know why, but I've been wanting to tell you that the second I saw you, I saw forever. And I'm so glad I waited because I had antiquated language that would have been like, should I put it? Because I think this is someone who had evolved spiritually to realize like, how do you lock someone in with forever? You don't have to do anything. If you both go before God and God tells both of you that person's supposed to be in your life forever and that person's supposed to be in your life forever, and you both obey God, then that will exactly happen. And I think this is just about I think the divine feminine is the one who was like, don't trap me though. I will choose you forever. I don't want to be trapped though. We don't have to. And I get on here and I share my story because there are so many people that fall in love and then the love gets tainted because they put too much on top of it that wasn't supposed to be there. So if it's kids or if it's like moving into certain phases or staying in a region that doesn't support what it is outside of the divine plan or whatever, those things really can become so cataclysmic. And it's just so, it's not just boundaries against people like third parties. That's not even what was really hard here. It's strong boundaries with ourselves because we deserve this to be perfect. Right? You deserve for the love that you have to be really fucking solid and amazing and perfect and just cinematic. So it wasn't like, let's wait. It's not even that. I think there was always genuinely like, we can work together, but we really do have to communicate and understand that, like, dude, like, but that's the other thing I want to say. Don't let anybody talk shit to you about how you work out your shit, okay? People have overheard me and Dennis in arguments, or like, I just in like we never are arguing. They think, a lot of people think me and Dennis are like screaming at each other, and we'll be like, what? We weren't even talking about nothing. We were just in here, and just because we're fucking morning stars, we're fucking loud ass guys, king and queen of hell type freaks, you know. And a lot of people come into this, they're like, the fuck, are y'all angry at each other? I'm like, no, that's just what we talk about. Because me and Dennis are so direct. Like, Dennis is obsessed. There is no other temperament. When I say I'm more medicinal for my husband than anything, that's literally the truth. It literally is the truth. I'm the thing that weaned him out off of the fucking shit, brother. Because rehab couldn't even do it. I did it. I'm the one that delivered my husband. Trust. Fucking trust. Because he's such a particular bitch, just like me. We're snooty, pooty, kind of. We already talked about our vibe. And he really, I mean, it's a non-negotiable. My God, Dennis just like needs me to be exactly as I am. Because I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm literally perfect for his vibe. Because his vibe is extremely intense. We don't know how to do anything that's not fucking intense. There's nothing light about his life for him. When you've been given a second life and you're not even supposed to it's just not funny. It's just not like jokes, you know? So it works out for him that I'm so the way that I am. I'm very bullheaded. Obviously, you girls know. You're not going to get me to fucking do shit, brother. You're not. And my husband has that same sort of staying power, even though he's all cardinal. What I love about my husband's propensity to understand my fixed nature, my deeply fixed nature, is he's a Cancer moon. Yeah, in the 4th. Yeah. That's a Eugene Krabs level crab, okay? That's a fucking penny pincher ass nigga. My husband's the type of nigga that's like, he's gonna clinch the Cancer, and he's not. He's not going to come out of his shit. He's not gonna open up. No. He's not. I do a lot, and this is me, because I'm Miss Cow. I have the fortitude to just keep eating all day. And so when he needs a little, when he needs to open up and feel safe I provide, because again, whether we look at his Chinese zodiac, which would be, our comparison would be the ox and the rat, or if we're looking at his Cancer moon, there's such a big unexpected complementary nature between the rat and the ox and the crab as symbology in the animal kingdom, because the ox is so good with like really neural, sort of like mercurial animals, much smaller animals, things that are really industrious, like crabs and rats. Because the bull's kind of like Dennis needed a lot of like protection. He needed a lot of like so energetically, like animal kingdom wise, I'm very much like walking around big ass Longhorn, and then there's my little baby rat next to me all the time, and I'm like don't. You know what I mean? And Dennis is all like survival and fucking like plotting a new universe and like making the fucking crack of the Jimmy Neutron shit. And I'm just like you know what I mean? So all of that to say, I think this is really beautiful. I think this is a union that gets the right because of the way that we're working together. We were working together, believe it or not. But we were working through the shit. And that's why that's what I'm saying. It's just such a strong foundation. It's so beautiful. 4-4. It's like a really beautiful foundation. That's really what I wanted you guys to do, is to really be able to build a foundation so that, because I think you both know the feeling. The feeling is crazy. And that's actually something that only the parties involved know. Only the people in this know how it feels. That's why people see you crashing out and going crazy over this love, but they don't know how it feels. And they definitely don't know how it feels in comparison to everything you felt in your life. Most people are older. Not all of us are young anymore. And so we've had enough decades to like see what comes in life. And when you get older, you just get uglier. So I'm just kidding. Some of you girls. But some of you, as you get older, you're not maybe what you were. And I think you definitely know that it's like I've experienced a lot of things. Definitely. And it's honestly also how this energy, not only what it is, but it's like I've never had this. And a lot of you feel like you could have, again, you can have what you want in your life. You know that you can create what you want in your life in that way. So it's like, I think that's a big part of it. It's just really sweet and romantic, and I think it can go without saying that both parties have done the exact one. I just wanted to be known. It's like you're really working hard together. It's like you work really well together, even on the hard stuff, even on the stuff where the assignment's like you can't be together. You just need to like work on the rapport. It's like awesome. It's like done. And that's why also you need to know that like when you come back in, there's not going to be, when you come into union, there's not going to be beef. Again, the stuff that's happening in the separation has to happen. Like clean the stuff that cleans stuff up or that just clears stuff out, because it's like in the way. It's like it's stuff that doesn't need to be there. Trust. So just trust your partner, trust yourself. You know, don't stop editing now. And also when you get close to union, don't think, oh, I'm close to union. You're always close to union. You are. You decide when you want to come into union with your soulmate. It's up to you. But the closer you get to union, don't change the script. That's the other thing I would say. It's just like there's nothing to change. Like be exactly who you are, because the thing, and I know that's hard because I feel like for me, I was so gaslit for being who I was at the beginning of like a lot of like, I've had girls. I have a lot of soulmate dynamics in my life because I also like, that's like just a part of my path. Everyone that comes on my path is like supposed to be like a soulmate. Like I'm supposed to like love them. So I feel like I've had this dynamic happen to me so many times in my life, realistically. And yeah, I feel so deeply that it's just like, you need to know that I know this is like so hard because it's like, from your perspective, you probably could be very similar to me. I just do consent. I genuinely am not someone that, I think people think I'm dumb, and they're like, do you not know the effect you have on me? I genuinely don't, because I genuinely don't carry that. Like, I feel I can feel active connections. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, though, I really don't know what about what I'm doing inspires or moves. I wouldn't know because my love language is you telling me, communicating to me the impact. I do that on purpose. I'm a psychic, so there's a lot of things that for my personal life that I don't want my psychic abilities to ruin for me. So I'm really on I'm not trying to look, I'm not even trying to ask all day, oh, like, did I cause you to do that? Or are you doing that? No, like I can't because it's unromantic. I don't want to be in love with myself. I don't get off on being like, I knew all of that. I knew everything. Like when it comes to like people that like me, no. For niggas I don't know and the ops and shit, yeah, I'm always trying to claim my fucking clout. But for people I like am in love with, like with Dennis, I'm just like, dude, every time in the day when he's just like, Alexis, you are so beautiful, I'm just like, you could literally keep saying that, actually, because that, so I do kind of feel like there's just a bit, like, just, you do need to understand, though, I think, too, like I said, it could be the masculine in the frequency, or it could just be the masculine within you. You might be over budgeting. You might be in your head because I think you're just the one feeling all your feelings. So I think when you're feeling this much intensity, I think you're just vulnerable. Like, I know everybody can tell. And so I think you think that, like, the Divine Feminine, like, knows or is way more aware of, like, their impact on you than they maybe are. Not that we already established, like, who's supposed to be in whose life. So it's not even that. I think you just might want to come out of your head because I don't think you realized how mirrored, like, the questions you don't have answers to, they're asking the same question. Is this actually mirrored? Like, you might even be at this place where the union is literally about to happen, like today type shit, and you literally could still be waking up like, does this person like me? Am I? And to that, go to God. I would just say go to God and be like, God, who's the person you want me to be with? Who? What's my assignment right now? God's like, first, middle, and last. There they go. Trust me. So I love that for you girls. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh my God. This is exactly, I don't feel like this temperance angel, this earth angel, understands that at this point, you're basically marionetting this shit. You're basically like puppeting on a string. And I think that might be a little like, oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know it was on that. Genuinely had no clue that it's obsessive. I think this foundation in this union is so is so beautiful, and it's happening today. But I think what you didn't see Temperance, like, tempering the whole time. Like, someone was really tempering the whole time before the union. Like, how chained to your shit they really are. Because there's being chained like that for weirdos. But I'll tell you the truth. Like, again, Dennis as a soul could not live on this planet and me be chill. Like, if I knew he existed and it had nothing connected to me, yeah, it'd be a lot of me under the surface. I would be guilty of this. Dolphin Boy, right? Whatever he was doing, without me, I'd be like, under the surface, I'd be like, I don't even know. I thank God every day. Dennis is so everyone's type, obviously, and every day of my life am just like, it would be a problem for me. Like, I'm the type of lover, it's bigger than the P word. It's not possessive. It's not jealousy. It's like, I'm going to be a problem. I'm going to be a problem. I would be a evil asshole. Yes. Yeah. Dennis, I don't know. Dennis has to be that like, I don't know. And the funny thing is, I don't even inherently feel, when I first started it, I didn't inherently feel like entitled to him. That's what I'm saying. It's a hunger, because it's like, it feels like the Hunger Games. Like, this feels like like with Dennis, it'd be like, because he so mirrors every aspect of me that I'm just like, oh, hell no, don't even talk to that bitch. Oh my God, no, like, I don't even know if our story was written any other way. Where, like I said, I'm just so grateful that we met right when we did. It was just a perfect love story, because I can't do like several like decades without him, and then like we have to like, it would just be a problem, because it's like, God, I just, with Dennis, I'm really grateful I had that too, because it taught me to like fight for that. Like, the love that I have with him, it taught me to like fight when I find that caliber out in the world and people, because it is like, it is just so perfect. This is the type of love where you end up like, you only need one bitch, you only need one person in your life after that. It's like, he so mirrors everything, and that's just so hard to find in people, where they're just like exactly like you. You know what I mean? And yeah, but oh my God, yeah, I am this type of obsessor over Dennis. Yes, just as an independent person, and yeah, and it's not a lot of people I feel like I've had that feeling for. Really, just him. But I mean, yeah, this is definitely a new union that comes in, where it's like someone has spent a lot of time tempering their fucking, the devil, God, because I just feel like I think what you don't know is that someone is always shamed. They've never been away from you. Never once. Like, I think you'd be very surprised to see how niche and observant this union is. Just obsession. Like, I'm an obsessive lover. Yes. When something is, because I really, like, when I was like really young, I swore I thought I was asexual, because like there'd just be milk duds in Austin, Texas, ugly ass motherfuckers in Texas sometimes anyways. I was like, I'm really not feeling nobody at the schoolhouse, to be honest with you. It wasn't even like I wasn't like that bad. I didn't really think, no one actually like made me feel like, turned on for real. Like, I used to really be like, I think most orgasms are fake, because there wasn't anyone really until I met Dennis that was like, oh, like, I used to be dude, when I was in high school, you can ask my girlfriends, I'd be like, because when you have sleepovers and you're like, what's your like sex ick? And I was like, I used to be like, the holy cow, Taurus moon, I used to walk around and be like, I fucking hate when guys suck on my titties. Okay, Kylie Jenner, what the fuck? You got some CCs in here? Why would you hate men sucking on your titties? I used to say that all the time. Be like, I fucking hate when guys suck on my titties. It's like, I'm not a cow. Whole time. Astrologically. And when I tell you the erogenous zone for me, you want to wind me up like a toy soldier. And this is how you know, like, preteens don't need to have sex, teenagers don't need to have sex, because I said that was something I was saying like when I was a teenager. And God, I was so wrong about my body. And I was just so not around anyone I obviously thought was attractive. So it was mutual. These niggas called me a bum buster bitch and left me at the prom, but I thought you niggas was ugly too. So, and then I met Dennis, and it was like, oh, like that man, like, you guys think I record a lot. You don't. Predominantly what I do in the day is have sex. That's the truth. So it's crazy to me because like that's like the one thing I can do all day in sex. The nipple play, oh, don't even play me. Yeah, I used to be on that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, this is the story of someone who had... Baby, you're my everything. You're all I ever wanted. We can do it real big. Baby, ain't we ever done it. Like, it's a bunch of people in the collective getting introduced to that. And then you go on your lovely journey of like, how do we meet at that point in the middle? But for those of you who on June 11th are meeting at that point in the middle, congratulations to you. What an amazing feeling it is, right? I remember when that happened to me, like when I had never just, I didn't think it was real. Like I was like, I would perform promiscuity, right? I would perform sexuality a lot. But in reality, I had a lot of doubts about if any of these niggas who had sex were being serious, because I didn't think sex was that cool. And I think a lot of people with aqua venuses are like that, like because we're so telepathic sex, we're so like, let's have fucking FaceTime sex. Let's not even do fuck the body, right? So I used to really be like, I think all you niggas are lying, because okay, I get it, but it's not that lit. And I used to almost kind of be like, you kind of do without it though. It's like, right? Wrong. You probably aren't in touch with your sexuality, so you're probably gay, and you should probably go have some gay experiences, and then you can be like, okay. Because one of the best things about opening your sexuality up in general, to do that work about really acutely finding out, like just not judging yourself. What I'm saying is, like, do the queer thing where it's like, fucking put men and women and non-binary people on your Tinder, and then swipe and see, like, don't lie, but if you see somebody that makes you, then swipe honestly. And I think open-mindedness in terms of sexuality can help people out a lot. A lot of people don't even want to try it. They don't even want to, like... But what I'm saying you're going to let yourself try is, like, go on a date with a chick if you're a chick, if you've never done that. Because a lot of you girls be like, I'm a lesbian, you've never actually even fucked a girl. Or you've never even, like... I don't know. Right? I don't know. So it's just, like, I want sexuality to, like, actually accurately, like, align with, like, what you do. But it wasn't until I really, like, opened myself up to the possibility that I could be deeply attracted to something that I realized, like, oh, we're all sick in the head. Like, most people haven't even experienced it yet. And I feel like someone's gonna come tell you that. They're like, dude, you really are, like, you made me realize most people haven't had it yet, because we're so busy doing the Matrix thing that we're, like, not actually getting any closer to finding soulmate love, because the way that this person's just really educated on how it actually works now that they, like, are able to come have, like, again, this is just someone who was like, the spirit is literally showing me this is someone's inner child. A parent is like, I'm gonna put this ice cream cone right here, you wait, do not eat it, mom's gonna come right back. And this person has been like, can I eat it, please? Have you ever seen those videos of those kids? Please, oh my god, I really want to eat that. That's this vibe. And that's exactly how I felt when I looked Dennis in the eyes. I saw the whole road open up. And I just think that was the thing. I think from whenever, because I saw Dennis on Tinder, and when I saw his picture for the first, I was like, everything I remembered the face, every dream I've ever had about it, I was like, you're who I'm looking for. Oh my god, what the fuck? And I didn't know how to say that, I guess, but we got put, I mean, one thing that I think is really cool about Dennis and I is, like, we're rowdy motherfuckers and we're pretty zany, so we both kind of just said that to each other, like, dude, we both were very comfortable, like, dude, you're who I'm looking for. So it was really nice too for Dennis to be, like, in my area at the time, because it also made grounds for us to, like, really show each other, like, I mean, Tinder helps too, because I think the other issue might have been here is, like, maybe someone, like, your partnership is not finding you in a romantic setting. So I'm really grateful because I found Dennis when I was on a dating site. So everyone has already been curated to say, we're here to deal with romance, love, sex, and relationships. This is someone who ended up getting struck by love, sex, romance feelings, but maybe this wasn't coming from their channel to you. They don't want to look like a fucker because maybe they find you through work, or they find you through this place that isn't curated for lovers or love making, or being like, would you like me sexually? So they just have the hardest fucking time being like, how do I, because if I come in saying I have these romantic loving feelings for you, but I come in through, it's like, because someone's gonna look like the nigga who showed up at, like, I already told you guys this story, maybe I didn't, in the archive. One of the first like dates I ever got asked out on, when I was like on the clock, it's like my least favorite thing. Like, don't ask somebody out when they're working. It's like annoying, you know, it's like not good. I don't know. Or at least pay them, like leave them $40 and then like your number, because it's just like it's like slave. It's like not good. But this white man, actually, when I was 17 working at Pluckers, he like is the first man to ever like go up to like my manager, and fugly ass motherfucker. He's this crazy looking guy. Bless his heart. We went to go see American Gangster together. It's like, whatever. He was like way too into Dr. Pibb or Mr. Pibb, and I was like, oh, scary ass motherfucker. But anyways, this guy, I literally went on the date with him just because I was like, but he like went out of his way. He like fucking left his number with like way too many of the staff and shit. So I let this guy take me to this movie theater, and it was disgusting. I mean, he was just like repulsive. Free movie, but repulsive guy. So it's kind of like that. Like, I was like, yeah, thank you for this. And he was like super stoked. He was like trying to like lean in for kisses. I was like, whoa, brother, I got to get out of the right side of your Pontiac right now. But I think it's that. It's like someone knows you have really strong boundaries about, like, if I didn't send for you in this way, like, don't try to, because it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, don't use my fucking, like, don't use my business to try to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that. That's cute. That's sweet. Someone's just like in their head. They're like, oh, Jesus. Because again, they're dealing with like a fucking Sigma, fucking awesome, independent, feminine who's like world building. And they just don't want to, they don't know how to let you know, like, it wasn't because I was trying to be musty through some other channel. Like, it wasn't because I was trying to be manipulative and corner you by finding you through your work or finding you through this or that I was trying to put these feelings on you. Like, the feelings really just, they just arrived because obviously if I ever came across you, that it would trigger what it triggered. But I've been stuck because a lot to confront. But I think it's really beautiful because from the start, like I said, the thing that really saved this love is the loyalty of knowing that it was like, as soon as I knew about you, I'd never not feel like how I'm feeling, you know? And I think that's very romantic, is like, you know, Dennis has a real security in that, like, Alexis really, like, her pussy throbs for me, and that's awesome, you know? And that's like trust and deep like accountability, where it's like, no matter what, no matter where I'm going, like, knowing, like, even like through phases, like when you get to 9 years in a really like intense committed relationship, I think you just like really realize like someone, like, it's just so beautiful. Like, someone is there's something about, like, I could be a chameleon, and it's like this person, maybe this is my chameleon dress, but someone could be just like any type of way. They could change in any way, and you've always met them in that embodiment and have always claimed it, you know? And if you're missing that from your journey, like, if you're the feminine and you're like, I just don't really feel like I've seen explicitly like any real concrete, I don't really feel like I've been given that, you know? I don't feel like I've really been treated like I'm your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, like the most attractive and stable thing you know. So cute. All right, I'm gonna finish it up here, and then we'll, oh my god, really big congratulations to the unions that are happening on this planet right now, because to somebody, there's a masculine that is going to deliver this very beautiful proposal, admission of a lifetime of love, a world. Someone looks at someone like the brightest star in the sky. I can't even, this is making me so emotional. Someone looks at you, collective. I feel like this masculine is like, my world never felt like it was in my own hands. As much as people think I run shit, my world has never genuinely felt like it was in my own hands. And it's like this, there's something so heavy about the message being like, from the moment I laid eyes on you, I always saw you as the star. And I really fell in love with Dennis because he was designed to have an eye contact with my spirit that there's nothing you could say to Dennis, there's nothing you could do to Dennis that would make him tell you any other story about the role and the way that he sees me. This is someone being like, you are my entire muse, but also that you are a star. And this is someone who's also really understood the responsibility of loving a star. This is something that I was so grateful for. I was so grateful that the first time Dennis got to meet my dad, I'm so grateful, like, because my dad, it was just like the most amazing passage from like father to son. Like, he really did release, like, the last thing my dad got to say to Dennis is like, we were like bawling and his heart chakra broke open. And he's like, Dennis, like, I release her to you, and I'm so happy because I know I'm supposed to release her to you. And like, it was just like really such an emotional and beautiful moment for our family. And that my dad got to do that. He's such a formal guy. He was like raised on like etiquette, obviously, and like, so some of the phases of my life that he didn't get to see and stuff were really hard for him. And with my marriage, he knew how much it meant to me and how much it was impacting our bigger family. Everyone, like, Dennis changed my family's life, and that's just unexpected. Like, and he changed my family's life, not with like money and resources, but with like who he is in his spirit. Like, many of my family members have not been introduced to humans of that like caliber who have interest in them. Like, a lot of times my family, they don't evolve or change because we get written off before we even walk into the room, so there's no point. And it's like, they met Dennis, and Dennis's character is flawless. Like, just genuinely like the most peaceful human being you will ever be in your entire life. Just like, and his relationships with every single one of my family members are so deep, and I don't even fuck with them niggas, so they like Dennis more than me. And this is just, this is so, it's so romantic, it's so beautiful, it's so, because the star could have has their own journey with the star, but one of the reasons I was bringing up my dad and our whole like him getting to meet my husband, and then like us spending good 2.5 months together, just like loving on each other and becoming like besties and just doing great, going blasting off to Spirit Land. It was so fun. And my dad and Dennis are just like the fucking exactly this, like, whatever. So my dad's married to a first deacon Capricorn, if you didn't know, so you know, he's obsessed. But I just feel like my dad is like one of the things he really preps anyone with, but he like got to finally give his spiel. He was like, he really had to re-educate Dennis. So Dennis went and he like joined Spirit of Truth Ministries and like had to like re-educate himself on like the whole ministry's like history, and like it was like, it's a lot. My dad's not easy, not an easy nut to crack, and you're never gonna get access. Nobody can find the guy. He like doesn't exist in the like, not, I don't know how to explain it. But Dennis like goes through the whole thing, but my dad's always like, my daughter's not normal, and you'll never understand her. The only person that understands her is me, because you don't have our gift, and our gift comes with something specific, and you cannot stop her from this gift. And it was just the most amazing thing, because Dennis knows my destiny, and he knows that he is here to be my lover. He's not here to make me stop that star, because I don't just belong to Dennis. Many people feel probably just as deeply as Dennis feels about me. Like, some people, you can't tell them. I've done stuff for people that has changed their life in a way that they're like, you can't, what Alexis Taylor means to me belongs to me. You know, like, there's just things that you can't take from certain people. And it makes me emotional, because this is that admission. It's like, you are a star in the world. I had to learn that. I didn't even just have to learn that. I am witnessing that. But this is someone who fell in love with a star. And I think that it's like, how do you... And I think this is what was mirrored. This is how these two finally understand that they really do understand each other, because they both feel like they fell in love with a star that doesn't just belong to them. And so there's just this like, I am a fan of you. I don't know... There will never come a day that I can't say that. And it's like, I feel like that all the time. I'm like, I'm the biggest fucking fan of Double Records. I listen to my husband's music more than any other artist on the planet. Like, and it's like, that's what I meant, back to like, if he wasn't mine, I don't even know like what to even say about it. And so it is kind of just genuinely what it is. Let's finish up, y'all. Whoa, someone is really coming. Holy shit. Pull. Someone is coming forward with a King of Wands is coming with a very high level commitment. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah. The masculine is coming forward with a high level commitment. Yes. In the near future. Yes. King of Wands, Hierophant. He's in his higher self. He's coming to, yeah. It's on some, that's mine. No, because God, no. Communication to the Temperance Angel. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chariot and the Two of Cups. Okay, careful. Niggas might just pop out. Might just show up. Because I think this is what people feared, or could be in the fear space. Have we walked away and completely ended everything that needs to be ended? I think that I think this is what I'm bringing the June 11th, from the moment, like, if you don't know, it was from the moment they saw you. Whatever's happening now, today, it started the second they saw you. And so you might be like, I'm fearful that you haven't done this, you haven't done that. It's because you don't know that from the second you don't know, because you don't know when you don't know where they're at in awareness of you. So you're like, you don't know that it's like, I've been ready to spend forever with you since I just saw you. And if you've never had that type of love in your life, you don't know how to tell someone that. So especially if you're not even sure if that person's in the same place in life, because these are unions that maybe, like, me and Dennis were really lucky. We're fucking 40 something days apart. So we were in the same place in life at the same time doing that. And that's not everyone's story. In fact, I don't even know anybody who's a story like me does, in terms of a soulmate journey that like got to be this close in age and close in generation, close in everything. But these are people that maybe like they're soulmates, but they're not coming from the same inn. And I think this King of Wands, like, he just didn't know. It's like I can't assume we're necessarily at the same place. You are at the same place. That's why you're in alignment at a spiritual evolution, but maybe your third dimensional reality is not the same at all. And so that's what all the semantics and the moving around behind the scenes and all that is about. But someone is actually able to just come forward, create and initiate like a very high level commitment. This is someone who's coming in because they always wanted to come in at this place with you. And what I think is confusing, because you were just like, yeah, but I don't know if you're fearing like, yeah, but you'd have to let go of a lot of shit. And I think June 11th, you're going to be surprised. Like, you're going to believe them when they say the second I saw you, because they let go of all the shit. Which, again, you don't know. Because, again, when I brought this at the beginning where I was like, you wouldn't know. Like, I don't know unless you say something. So you really wouldn't have known this. You don't see this. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I will end on this. From the moment someone has seen you, whether you knew they saw you or not, they were going to be investing. Always. Even if it was subconsciously, they were always going to invest in you. Yes. Why not? You're fucking amazing. And I think you knew that, but I think the other issue is you don't know if this is a like if someone because I think this is two stars, this is two people who are in their star frequency. And so each of you feels like you're an objective star. So I don't know if you feel specifically like I like you more or deeper than other people who just like you, because obviously everybody likes you. So when I come forward, how am I going to make myself look any different that I like this person when everyone likes them and everyone offers their best? What am I going to do, God? So that's genuinely what's been going on behind it. Plus the fucking being a human and going through the ups and downs and all the stuff collapsing along the way that could have been really bad because you were living a life before you knew they existed. But you were always making your way over to them. That's the truth. And I just want to let you guys know it was from the moment they saw you. So I love you guys so much. I love that I'm like sweating so much because I just fucking feel hot. Like I just feel like I look prettiest when I'm sweaty. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys for I've been doing sauna all morning. I'm like dripping in this little linen dress. So I'm going to go take it off. But anyways, love you guys. Have a great day. I'm going to go hang out with my husband now.